Alright, 5 unanswered questions of the WWE. Now, I have asked these questions for years on several Q&As. I've asked wrestling fans here and there. I have never been able to find the answers to these questions. Now, I understand why they might be hard to answer because it's not events that happened that were like, when did Hogan win the belt or when did this match happen? No, they're events that happened in wrestling that aren't talked about and weren't even mentioned when they happened. But they're kind of important, I guess. And I've always wondered, and I was hoping that somebody could answer these. Now, most of these have to do with when did they happen. So first of all, the number one question. Number one, when did the act of tapping become more important than just giving up? Now, I'm assuming this happened around the Ken Shamrock era, but I'm not entirely positive. I just watched Survivor Series 1992, and I noticed, Shawn Michaels, and this happens in a lot of Shawn Michaels matches in the early 90s, he gets in a submission, and out of frustration, he starts pounding the mat with an open hand, which in today's terms would constitute a submission. But back in the day, Ric Flair would get the figure 4 turned on him, and he'd start slamming the mat. And it wasn't a submission. It seems as if back in the day, you kind of relied more on the referee to tell you that a submission has taken place. You would kind of look to the ref. Now you look to the hand, and you're watching the hand, and you're just waiting for that guy to start tapping. And that's what I want to know. When did it, change? Because back in the day, you could have just said, I give up, or they kind of pass out or whatever. But now, the act of tapping is what's important. And I'm assuming that it happened with Ken Shamrock. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Because I know by the time Kurt Angle came around, that was already the way it was. So, when did the act of tapping become more important than just giving up some other way? Alright, number 2. Ring hardness and softness. I should have came up with a better one for that. Alright, this is the question. Back in the early 90s as well, the ring was very stiff. Even Ultimate Warrior talked about this on his YouTube channel, and now it's obviously much softer. When a guy hit the mat back in the day, it was just bang, nothing moved, the ring was very solid. Now you can tell it bounces a lot. I'm kind of assuming that the ring softness has gotten softer over time, but I'm not entirely positive. My initial question is this, for question number 2. When did the ring become softer? Because in the early 90s, it was very, very stiff, and I know by the Attitude Era, it had lightened up a lot. So, if anybody has any information on when that took place, or any of them took place, that would be much appreciated. Number 3, the stiffness or the tightness of the ropes. I noticed, when I was watching this, which was, the match was the Iron Sheik versus Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the belt, right? The ropes were very loose in the late 80s, and then by the 90s they were fairly stiff. Somewhere in the 90s they became very stiff. I just don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking about it, because I wrote this as a question. It's my question to everyone. When do the ring ropes become as tight as they are today, or were there also multiple points in time where they became stiffer? I don't know. Okay. Number 4. When did the pile driver become banned? Now, I don't know if the pile driver was ever banned, but it's not used anymore. Once again, mid-90s. Everyone uses a pile driver every single match. It's as common as a DDT or a clothesline. But there was a point in time where they were no longer used. The last pile drivers I can remember was the one on China. And then in 2002, SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels returns versus Triple H, and I think there was a pile driver there, and I don't remember seeing another pile driver since then. Maybe there was one at WrestleMania or something here or there. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that they just completely quit using them as regular maneuvers around 2000, because I know Triple H and Mick Foley, in their feud, there was a pile driver like in every match. But besides that, everyone else wasn't using it. And Chyna, the one that broke her neck or whatever, and really after that, I don't remember seeing them at all. After 2002, I can't even recall another pile driver. So I just would like to know, Did it become banned, and really when did it become banned and why? I'm assuming because of the China thing. I'm not really sure. That's why it's a question. Now, number 5. This doesn't have to have anything to do with time frames or anything, but just a question. I noticed at King of the Ring 1998 there was a sign that said pork. P-O-R-K. I've noticed at ECW One Night Stand there's a sign that says pork. At several events, hundreds of events, it seems like almost every pay-per-view, I find this sign. What does this sign mean? Is it like the guy holding the sign? Are they saying that this match is just added pork? I don't know. Is it a team? What does this sign mean? Why is it at every freaking event? I don't understand. Is it the same guy? I don't know. So that's my 5 unanswered questions about professional wrestling. I hope that somebody has some kind of insight. You know, if you don't have an exact date about a lot of these things, that's fine. Just a general time frame would be cool. I haven't been able to figure these out without watching like every pay-per-view since 1986 till now to figure it out. So, yes,